Hi YouTube, welcome back. Just thought I would do a video response to Jim, aka MonkeySpaz5000. He put out a community question asking what were the games that made you want to buy that particular system, and I thought I had a little bit to share, so I thought I would let you guys know what games motivated me into buying certain systems. And I think the first one I'm going to start with is the Mega Drive. Before the Mega Drive, I was a Nintendo head. My first system was the NES. So I would have gone on to get the Super Nintendo, but as we all know, that the Mega Drive / Genesis came out first. And I remember I was at like an adventure playground. This was in 91, so I was 10 years old, and there was a couple of kids playing on a Mega Drive, like in a corner. So I went over there to sort of see the console, because at the time I didn't know much about the console. I knew of it, but I wanted to see what was going on, and I saw a couple of kids on it. And one of the kids was playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and when I saw that game, I just fell in love with it. Sonic the Hedgehog was just so different at the time, compared to all the other platform games. It just looked so fresh and exciting. It was so fast and colourful, and the moment I saw that game, I just had to buy the Mega Drive. So that was what actually spurred me on to get a Mega Drive and not wait for the Super Nintendo. And I haven't regretted it, because the Mega Drive has had some amazing games. And yeah, definitely Sonic the Hedgehog. Brilliant game. I still love it to this day. The next system I want to talk about is the Nintendo DS. In my case, it was the DS Lite. Although by the time I got round to getting a DS, because I was quite late to the party, the DS, I think the DSi was out, but I wanted the DS Lite because of the backwards compatibility with Game Boy Advance games. Now, the reason why I was late, like I said, I was late with getting a DS, but I'd sort of been umming and ahhing it about getting one for a very long time, and the reason for that was because of the Castlevania games, and yeah, all these three games. And I am a big Castlevania fan. I absolutely love the series. I followed the series since the NES days, and I became sort of like a serious Castlevania head around the time of the PlayStation 1, when Symphony of the Night came out. Now, I do actually prefer the more linear games, the older ones, as opposed to the Metroidvania games. But saying that, I actually do like them still. Like, I really like the Metroidvania games as well. And the ones on the DS are just amazing games, really fantastic games. And when the first two games dropped, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow and Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, I was so tempted to pick a DS up, but at the time, I had certain preconceived notions of the DS, and I really did not like the system at the time. I really missed out. I mean, I've learned my lesson since, but I did not think much of the DS. I thought it was just a gimmicky piece of crap system with a lot of shovelware. Barring, of course, a few obviously good games like the Castlevania games. But what spurred me on to get the system was for Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. Now, I didn't buy the system simply just to play this game. It was what spurred me on was that Amazon had a deal on this game. It was brand new for £12, and I saw that and I could not resist it, so I actually picked it up on impulse. and I had it sitting on my shelf. This was the very first DS game that I bought before I even bought my DS. So I had it sitting on my shelf for a while, and then eventually I just thought, yeah, I'm going to get a DS. And I opted for the DS Lite because I had quite a lot of Game Boy Advance games as well, and I wanted to play those on it. So I went and got that, and then subsequently bought the other 2 games in the Castlevania series as well. So these were some of the first games that I bought for the DS, and I absolutely love the system. Absolutely love the DS. And finally, the next system I want to talk about is the PlayStation 3. Now, I've followed Sony since the PS1, so I was always going to get a PlayStation 3 simply because I love the PS2, love the PS1. But the game that like made me rush out and buy one, because I was actually quite happy with my PlayStation 2. I wasn't planning on getting a launch system or anything like that. I was planning to wait a little bit longer. But the game that spurred me on to get the system was Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1 is my favourite PlayStation 1 game. I absolutely love that game. The Metal Gear games on the PlayStation 2, phenomenally good. Love them. And when I found out this was the follow-up to Metal Gear Solid on the PS1, as opposed to a prequel game, I had to get it. I actually did not buy my first PS3 was the 60GB one with the backwards compatibility for PlayStation 2. At the time, that system was, I think it'd been discontinued or it was on its way out. So I actually got a used copy, a used system. Because at the time, I knew a couple of guys that worked in Blockbuster, my local Blockbuster. And one of the guys that I knew there, tipped me off that a guy had traded in his 60GB model and he was willing to sell it to me for a good deal. So I raced over there and I picked it up. And this wasn't the very first game I bought. The very first game I bought for the system was Star Wars Force Unleashed, because I was really excited to play that game as well. But I sort of bought like 3 games all at once. I bought Star Wars Force Unleashed. This, obviously, like Blockbuster wasn't selling it, so I had to go to another store and pick this up. And I also picked up the first Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. And yeah, this game lived up to the hype for me. Absolutely love this game, and I can't wait for Metal Gear Solid 5. So that's it. Those are my picks. I hope you like this video, guys, and thank you very much to MonkeySpaz5000 for the community question. I really enjoyed making this video. I will be back very soon. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, and I will be back. Bye-bye.